Although Striker is a man shrouded in mystery, Episode 5 may have revealed more about him than you might expect, specifically about his past. In this video, I'll be talking about who I think Striker was in the past, and why he has a vendetta against Hell's wealthy elite. Before I go into it, many of you watch my videos on Vivzie's shows regularly yet don't sub. You are missing out, and you should totally consider supporting the channel today by hitting that sub button. I mean, who would want to miss banger community posts like this? Actually, maybe don't answer that.
What? I'm right, ain't I?
So anyway, let's start this theory off by establishing why Striker might have an axe to grind with the rich. As imps are the lowest class in Hell's hierarchy, right off the bat, it makes a lot of sense for Striker, or any imp for that matter, to harbour some resentment towards the upper class. Being regarded as the lowest of the low just because of the species you were born as, you're not exactly going to be a fan of the way things work in Hell. It's only natural to assume that most imps grow up impoverished and live in squalor because of this system. And it's my bet that this is the lived experience of Striker. The rich benefit from and reinforce this system. His anger isn't misplaced. While obviously some imps get lucky and get to advance to high-ranking positions, it's obvious from Striker's words that he isn't one of those lucky few. With that being said, I do think there's a deeper reason which led him to actively seek revenge against the rich. Being mad at the class system is one thing, but trying to oppose the people who run Hell is another entirely. Luckily, we can start forming an idea of what this reason may be by taking a look at his interactions with Blitz. One thing that struck me in particular about Striker is his seemingly genuine interest in Blitz, and I don't think that interest was only to do with admiring his skill set. From the way that Striker was talking when trying to get Blitz to join his side, it sounded to me as if he was talking out of experience. I think that Striker genuinely wanted to rescue Blitz from his fate as a plaything for one of Hell's royalty.
You were so above sucking on a disgusting, rich, pompous Goetia.
Why? Well, I believe Striker felt a kinship with Blitz for a very specific reason, and that reason has something to do with Striker's gold tooth. Before I get into its significance, I first need to explain the concept of branding. This is the act of a pimp marking their prostitutes, commonly with a tattoo, to communicate to other gangs that this prostitute belongs to them. And there's a certain overlord pimp in Hazbin Hotel who has a very specific way of branding. I, of course, am talking about the bastard known as Valentino. For those of you unaware, Valentino is one of the 3 Vs, or the triple V overlords. As I stated a few moments ago, he's a powerful overlord and pimp, and he's in charge of Hell's adult film industry. One of his most distinguishing features is his gold tooth, which he shares with his main male escort, Angel Dust. Before Striker, they were the only known citizens of Hell to have a gold tooth, and because of Angel's connection to Valentino, there's a very good case for Angel's tooth being a case of branding. You can probably see where this is going. I think that Striker was branded with his gold tooth by a powerful figure in Hell sometime in the past. He would have treated Striker like a plaything, and it would have been a very abusive relationship. This would definitely explain why he wants to specifically slay overlords, as he put it, and why he took such a liking to Blitz. Hell, maybe he even had some sort of bodyguard position, and that's why he's such a skilled fighter.
You dumb fucks lost the upper hand fast, huh?
While you could argue that this design choice was simply because it looks cool and because it suits his Wild West outlaw aesthetic, I think this explanation makes a ton of sense in conjunction with Striker's views on the way that Stolas treats Blitz. While we know Stolas has a good side and most likely wouldn't do anything sinister to Blitz, it makes sense for Striker to see an imp being used and see the parallels to his own situation in the past. So could this abusive figure in Striker's past really have been Valentino? Well, let's take a look. Vivzie has suggested that she doesn't want Hazbin Hotel and Helluva Boss to have any strong connection due to contrasting themes and genres. Moreover, having Hazbin Hotel characters show up in Helluva Boss could cause legal issues with A24, in which case Valentino having some relationship to Striker could be seen as doubtful. However, Valentino branding Angel Dust in this very specific manner does prove that gold teeth have been used to brand overlord property be before in hell. In other words, even if the figure who pushed Striker into becoming the anti-rich outlaw we know and love today wasn't Valentino, a similar overlord that marks their property with the gold teeth could be. Alternatively, they could imply the figure is Valentino, but never explicitly say it. If all of this does happen to be the case, then it also provides a pretty good explanation as to how Striker has such a powerful weapon. You know, the one that isn't in his pants.
Ooh, that's kinda hot.
If Striker was the personal plaything of one of Hell's overlords in the past, then chances are he might have been close enough to them to know where their valuable possessions are kept. Specifically, their carmine-crafted blessing-tipped rifle. I think a likely scenario for him to have acquired it is that he stole it during the night after making love with his overlord. I'm sure he might have tried to assassinate them in their sleep, but probably failed and woke them. As we know from episode 5, Striker will definitely flee a match he knows he can't win, so maybe after failing the assassination, he fled realizing he couldn't take on such a powerful opponent. So yeah, after being fucked by the system and being abused, it's really no wonder why Striker would want to take revenge on the people who've oppressed him throughout his entire life. I hope you enjoyed the video, and be sure to give it a like to support the channel if you did. Comment with your thoughts and theories down below, and of course subscribe for similar videos from me in the future. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.